What's up, guys? Mitch here for Clean Canvas, along with my dog Jesse, who a lot of people in comments, when they spot him in one of the videos, were demanding he appear on more. So he's had a nice haircut yesterday, and he's going to help me make this video, right? Yeah. So in today's video, we're going to cover sub-collections and how you set them up now in OS 2, because they're a lot different. I will say it's a lot easier as well. If anyone remembers the older way, there you go, Jesse. The older way, when you're making collection lists, you were required to create a page, and then that page had to have a template, and if your theme didn't have that template, you were kind of a little bit out of luck, or there were some alternative ideas. But now it doesn't apply to that method anymore. Collection lists are going to be built into themes further, built on OS 2. So as long as you have a theme that you can upgrade to OS 2, or you're starting with a theme like one of ours, all of ours are going to have the theme template for creating collection lists built into them. So if you're using any of our themes, you're going to be covered. But the real cool thing is, and I'm going to go over the topics right now that we're going to cover. I'm going to show you how to create a collection list. I'm also going to show you the feature that people were asking for in the past, but you couldn't actually do, where you could create a kind of tree-like collection list, which is basically you have a collection list that when you click on one of the options inside it, it brings you to another collection list. Before you couldn't do that without some wizardry, but thankfully it's so super simple to do now with the OS 2 update. So I'll be going through that as well. Also, I'm going to explain to you about Shopify do have the collection list option in there, and I'll point out what that's going to be involving. And then the other thing I'll also cover is because currently there's no way to delete a collection list template that we would create, but you can, and I'll show you about that inside the code. It's very simple. It just involves going into the code and deleting it. Unfortunately, there's no option just to delete the template inside the theme admin, but don't worry, you'll know exactly what to do because I'll walk you through everything. So without further ado, let's get back into this video. I'm really excited to cover it because the old collection list video was one of our most popular videos, so hopefully we're going to make this one just as popular. So if you want to help out with that, please give us a subscribe and give us a like and a comment to let us know how you got on. If there's any other questions around OS 2, I'm going to cover as much content as possible going forward, so if you have any suggestions, please do let me know. Just drop them in the comments below, and me and my dog Jesse will check them out. So let's get into the video, guys. Alright guys, so for today's demo, I'm going to use our Showcase theme. Showcase has been updated to 2.0, and I quite like the collection listing views that Showcase has, so I'm just going to use that for the demo. But I'm going to use a blank slate Showcase. I'm not going to base it off our demo store. So pretty much exactly how it would look if you're just trialing Showcase and you wanted to set this up. So we head into the admin and we go over here and we click on collections. We don't click on collection list. I'll go into that a little bit later, and it'll make sense why we click on collections after I explain a bit. So here we're presented with an option for default collection or create a template. So I'm going to click on create a template, and I'm going to call it collection list 1. And I'm going to just copy and save that. Here you can select a template to base it off, but we only have the one template, so we're going to click on create a template. Alright guys, so here we are on our collection page. As you can see, we have our products showing. We don't want them to be showing, so it's time to get rid of them. So here we have this option where we can just hide this section, which is the collection pages, and now they're no longer showing. Now it's time to add the collection list. So we click on add section and we click collection list. So here we can see we have 3 collection options we can choose from, but I only want to have the one just for the purpose of this demo. So I click on collection list here. I'm just going to add 1 to this here because I like having everything matching if possible. You don't have to, but I just find it's easy to keep track of everything if it's like that. So we're going to select the collection that we want it to go to when this button is clicked. So for that, we'll go here. Well, first make sure you click on collection, and then over here you can click on all products collection or whichever ones you have. Now that that's done, I like to click save, and then now we need to do is, since we have our template created, we have to now assign it to a collection page. So what I mean by that is, if I click here, this will bring me over to this collection right now, but I want to just go over then to collections over here. And now we have the full list of my collections, but now I need to create a collection page to apply that template to. So might be a little bit confusing because it definitely was for me at first, but this will hopefully make sense. So now I'm creating the collection list page. Here I want to set this to manual because I'm actually not going to add any products to this. And then here I'm going to set this to the template that I've created. Now, big disclaimer at this point that I want to make you aware of. You can only select a template that is created in the published theme right now. So what I mean by that is if I was creating these templates, but I was creating them on not a published live version of my theme, when I go then in here to select those templates, I won't actually see them. I'm not sure why. Maybe Shopify might change this in the near future, but you can only select templates that are seen or created on your current published theme. So just keep that in mind, that if you're not seeing the templates that you're creating, it's likely that you haven't published the theme, and you'll quickly need to publish the theme. Then you can select the template and then you can unpublish the theme if you want to continue working on it. Something that I hope Shopify might change in the future, but as for right now, this is just something that you might run into, and this is the reason why you're not seeing them. So back on track, I've created a collection page and I've assigned the template to it, so we're all good. So this part of the story is done. Now, the next part of the story is, what if I want to create a collection list that when I click on the option in it, it brings me over to another collection list? Well, pretty much the same structure. So we go here, we select collections, and here we can see the collection list I just created, but we don't want to click on that. We want to create our new one. So we click on create template and we're going to call it collection list 2. Here, based on, this is pretty cool now, I can select this and make it based on my collection list 1. If I had a lot of work done on this collection list 1 and I want to just basically create another collection that's almost like it, this saves me some time. So you can see here right now, I don't need to uncheck this because the products are hidden. If I had selected the default template, I would have seen the products and I have to do this, but I don't have to do this. All I have to do now is I can click on this and make sure it's collection list 2, what it actually is. So that's perfect. And now here I have all products collection. So what I want to do now is I want to change this to the collection that we just created. So if I look here, I can see collection list 1. So if I select that, click select. So now we have our collection list 2 that has the option now to go to collection list 1. Feature that's in Showcase, which is pretty cool. I don't know if other themes will have this as well, but maybe. I have the ability, if I didn't assign my collection a featured image, or if I did and I don't like how it looks, I'd rather use something different, I can just go here and click on the images I want to use for my collection list. So yeah, now the only thing left to do is assign this template to a collection that we created. So let's just head over to our collections area. You can see here collection list 1 is there. Everything's good with it. So I'm going to call it collection list 2, set it to manual, look for my template, assign my template, click save. And now if I go back here, I'll click save here as well before I do anything else, just be on the safe side. So now I'm on my collection list 2, which now points to my collection list 1 when I click on it, which now points to my collection when I click on it. So we successfully created a collection list pointing to another collection list pointing to a collection. And from what I can see, there's no limitations on how many times you can do that. So it's a really cool feature. Now, let's say you created a bunch of collections and some of them you're basically not running anymore and you want to delete those templates because you're sick and tired of seeing them here. Now, Shopify currently don't have a way to delete templates from inside the admin. You do have to go into the code, but it's actually not too worrying. I'll show exactly what you do. So make sure you do a backup of your theme before you go and delete anything in the code, because you always want to make sure that you don't delete something by mistake. Keep in mind, there are some things that you might think you can delete, but I'll try and keep it simple. So here I can see collection list -2. So I know I created 2 templates. So I created this one and I created this one. This list collections, I didn't create this. This is actually part of the theme, so I know I don't want to delete that, and I can confirm that by just going here and looking for the names of the collections I created. So I created collection list 2 and collection list 1, so I know I'm just looking to delete those. So to delete them, I'll click delete file, and I'll do the exact same thing again here for this one. I click delete file, and that's the templates deleted. That doesn't mean that the collections themselves are deleted. So if I want to do that as well, I go over to collections and I'll just click here and here, click more actions, delete collections, and then they're fully removed. So if I refresh here now and I go to look at those templates, I should no longer see them, or if I see them for a second, it just means that it hasn't fully updated. No, it's updated and they're gone. But yeah, so like I was saying, you do that all in the collections because you're creating collection pages for them. The collection list is just the default Shopify collection list. It's basically the same as going to any of your pages and just typing in collections, and you just see the list here. So if you're just looking to have one list, then you could just get away by doing it that way. And you can select in Showcase anyway, at least you can select the pages you want to see. So here it's showing, these are my collections it's showing, but if I want to have an option to select the ones I want, I can do that. I can set the number of rows. I can even set, here we have the option to set the portrait mode. So if I want to just see everything in portrait mode, I can do that. So yeah, that's pretty much how to create collection lists, and also how to link a collection list to another collection list, and then also how to delete your collection list. Like I said, keep in mind, you can only assign a template as long as the theme that you're working on is published. So just keep that in mind, because it can happen where you go and try and look for the template and you don't see it. It just means that you haven't assigned it because you can't, because the theme isn't published. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching the video. I hope it was informative, and I hope you were able to create your collection lists and collections inside collections, and also to delete them if you need to. We're going to be making more content around OS2 because there is a lot going on. It is a very interesting editor to play around with, and there's a lot of things you can do that mightn't be apparent at first. So I have a couple of video ideas planned along the lines of how to create filtering now, because it's completely changed. And also I want to do a OS2 kind of newbie guide, because I feel like someone coming into it for the first time might get a little bit overwhelmed and may not know what to do. So that video will come as well. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Do give it a like and subscribe. If there's comments that you want to leave, like questions or also ideas you have around content, please do let us know, because I'd be happy to get some inspiration from ye, because ye are the community that we appreciate for you guys sticking around, and we want to make content that you guys enjoy watching. So again, thank you very much.